Welcome to today's live. As you know, last night we had our free live class, and so that means that today I am going live to talk to you about my personal journey. I want to connect with you and share a real person's experience of how they earned money online so that you can get a better picture of how realistic this is. So, but first I want to talk about what I had to give up to earn $40,000 online. First, I want you to put in the chat, if $40,000 online sounds like a lot of money to you, put a 1 in the chat. If $40,000 sounds like not very much money to you, like, oh, that's easy, anyone could do that, put a 2 in the chat. I want to see where you're at as far as like what your goals are and what sounds realistic and doable to you. So $40,000 sounds like a lot to earn online, put a 1. If $40,000 sounds like, oh, you didn't even make that much, put a 2. Yes, I have had people commenting on my content before. I've had people commenting that are like, no way you earned that. And then other people commenting that are like, you earned that? Like, that's so easy. And so, but the great thing is it doesn't matter. There's not a standard. If you feel like it's a lot and that excites you, awesome. If you feel like it's not that much, you'll still learn something here, because I'm going to talk to you about things that I had to let go of to actually be able to earn that kind of income. And no, I'm not going to tell you that like you have to let go of your insecurities and put your face out there. Can you make money absolutely faceless online? Yes. My first 14,000 came on an account where I was completely faceless. No one knew who I was. I was posting like stock images and using stock content, and I made a ton of money. It was fantastic. In fact, sometimes I'm like, oh, I'd like to start another faceless account. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you, you got to get over your insecurities and your worries, and you got to put it all out there, and you can't care about what other people say, because do we care about what other people say? Sometimes we still do. Can you still make money when you care about what other people say? Yes, you can. And obviously it's a growth journey. Like, I want to get you to the point where you feel so confident in what you're doing, in your purpose, in what you're saying, what you're sharing, that you aren't worried about what other people are thinking. But don't let that be the thing that stops you from getting started. Like, you could get started today with all your insecurities and all your imperfections and start earning the money, right? Like, we think we need to wait for the perfect moment to start. All that really does is keep us small, and it keeps us from realizing our dreams, but we stay there because it feels safe. So what I'm really going to talk about is letting go of the process we are living in. Okay, I don't know if any of you are familiar with the Bible, but I am a Christian. And there's a part in the Bible where Jesus is talking about how you can't put old wine or new wine into old bottles. Because the old bottles, like, they're not prepared to hold the new wine. You need to have a new bottle. And so, this is the same with that person that you're trying to become. You cannot like dream an identity of who you want to be, but keep living in your old process. Like, you can't keep going to your 9 to 5 and become an online millionaire. You have to change the process you're living in. And that is why you are seeing hundreds of posts every day that are like, quit your 9 to 5, like you can earn money online. And if you're here watching this, it means that you already know you want to earn money online. You already are like, yes, I see this movement. I see people moving to online income. I see people working less and earning more and doing it easily. I see people saying that they don't have to spend all their time like killing themselves, working corporate, going to a 9 to 5, having 2 jobs, having multiple side hustles. It's real. Like, it is real, and you already know that it's real, and that's why you're watching this, is because you're like, okay, I see people doing this, I want to do this, but it's not working. And the reason why it's not working is you haven't been willing yet to step out of your old identity of like, I wake up, I go to my 9 to 5, or I wake up, I take care of the kids, my husband earns the income. You have to be willing to step outside of that and embrace this movement of people who are doing something a different way. And we live in a digital age, right? And some of you may hate that and some of you may love that, but that is what it is. And there is good to be found in this process. I believe that these things, these innovations we've come up with to earn money online, I believe they came around for a reason, to bless us so that we can realize our highest potential and then bless others. So embrace it. Don't judge it. Just be willing to look into it and to think, what would it be like if I did leave my 9 to 5 and started earning online? Now, do you have to leave your 9 to 5 before you start earning online or after? It doesn't matter. You can do it however you want. If you're like, no, I really need the security of my 9 to 5 while I'm doing this, that's fine. Totally fine. That's the other beauty of online income. You get to set it up exactly how you want to do it. No one tells me when I need to work, when I need to show up, what I need to do each day. I'm the one that creates that. That's truly why I'm an entrepreneur. A couple of years ago, I was being coached by a friend who she coached faith-based, they weren't all businesses. She coaches moms, Christian moms. And I was like, why do I always have this desire to earn money online? Like, it's not that I'm broke. It's not that I can't make ends meet. I'm well provided for. I always have enough. Like, why do I have this burning desire to make money? My husband, I think, actually thought that I was crazy because I think he was like, don't we have enough? Like, don't you have what you need? And so I was like, yeah, we do. So then I'd stop trying to earn for a while, but then I'd always come back to it. I'd be like, I see people making a ton of money and I know it's possible and I know that it's simple and I would rock at this. And so then I'd try again. And then I'd get into a trap of like, oh, but you can't do that. You can't earn money online. Like, you're being selfish. You're being greedy. Why do you need to do that? And then I'd stop again. Anyway, so I was talking to my friend and I was like, can you coach me through this? Why in the world do I feel like I need to be earning money all the time? And she said, and I told her that my husband's explanation of it was, you have an entrepreneurial heart. And I was like, oh, that's sweet, but I don't think I really knew what it meant. So I told her that. And she's like, Katie, do you know what that means to have an entrepreneur heart? I was like, no. And she said, it means that you want to live life on your own terms. And I was like, oh, that is so true. I want to live life on my own terms. I don't want someone to say, sorry, you can't go to New York City. You can't go on that trip. You don't have enough money to do that. You can't. I don't like that. I'm the kind of person that's like, if I can dream it, I want to make it happen. I want to see it come to fruition. And if I want to be a mom that stays home with my kids and is fully present with them, but also in my free time, I do things that generate money and income for my family, then I want to do that. And so when she explained that that's what it means to have an entrepreneur's heart, it just means I know abundance is out there. I know that I can claim it. I know that it's ready for me, and I'm going to go for it. Once I believed that and better understood myself, wow, so many things, I let go of so many beliefs about, it's not that I'm being greedy. It's not that I'm being selfish. It's not that I feel like I don't have enough. It's that I know there's so much out there and I get one life, and that life was meant to claim all this goodness that is out there, and I'm going to do it. So letting go, really asking myself, why is it that I want to do this? And not you know how when people say, well, what's your why? I would come up with a why, but it was really surface level. It was like, well, I want to help people, or I used to say I want to retire my husband. That wasn't really what I wanted. What I wanted was to claim God's blessings. I wanted to claim it all because it's there for me. He wants me to claim it. And so once I let go of those old beliefs, wow, I am a different person. I'm a different marketer. I'm a different seller. I'm a different mother. I'm a different woman. I feel so much more peace in knowing that it's okay for me to want more. I'm not greedy or selfish. I'm exactly who I'm meant to be. And by me wanting more, I can inspire other people to want more. recently I went on a trip to New York City with my sisters. We had a big sisters trip. It was the first time we had ever done it. I have 3 sisters, and we had never been on a trip just us sisters. So I have a sister that lives in Brooklyn. I went to visit her, and all the sisters met up there, and we had like 2 crazy days in New York City. We ran around doing everything. I loved it. We ate all the good food. We went to the food trucks. We went to the fancy restaurants. We saw the sights. We went to a Christmas market. And we went to a couple musicals. And one of the musicals we went to was Hadestown. Drop a 1 if you know what Hadestown is. Hadestown is so good. If you haven't embraced Hadestown yet, you need to look it up. It's like a tragedy, and the music is like super funky, but it's really cool. And it's like based on Greek mythology. Anyways, it's so super fun. But we went to go see Hadestown, and I was in this spirit of like, I have everything I need. I'm always provided for. Like, God is so good. I had money to spend because of this business and because of my mindset and because I knew that like the things that I desire are available to me and I am open to receive them. And so when we got to Hadestown, they had a little counter for merchandise. And my whole family loves Hadestown. Like, they're obsessed with it. They've never seen it on Broadway. And here I am just with my sisters thinking, oh, my teenagers are going to want some merch. My husband is going to want some merch. And I went up to the merchandise counter, and I'm not saying this to brag. I'm saying this with so much gratitude. I showed up to the counter and I was like, can I have 4? I want 4 t-shirts, and I want this bag of like this, and I want to buy one of these. And she's like, okay. And she handed me all the stuff. And then I went back to my seat, and I am so grateful that the doors are open for me to be able to do this. Here's a secret. They're open to you too. And I'm here to help you figure out how to unlock them. But I went back to my seat, and I was holding up my shirts, showing them to my sister, like, look how cute this shirt is. And I noticed that all these girls around me that watched me, they watched me buy my merchandise. They watched me go to my seat. They watched me pull it out of my bag and then show everyone around me. They were like, oh, that is so fun. They were like, I want to buy a shirt. And they got up out of their seats, went to the merchandise line and bought merchandise. And I was like, isn't it interesting that when I was willing to shine and claim my blessings, other people felt permission to shine? And that is why I do what I do. That is why I'm a marketer. And that's why I'm here teaching you. Because I finally got myself to a place where I was like, oh, I'm going to shine. I am going to shine. And as I shine, other people that see me shining are like, oh, I was meant to shine too. I'm going to shine. So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm teaching you. And if you're watching this, you are one of those people that's like, I was meant to shine. I am going to shine. So I'm so excited to be teaching you and to help you. So things I had to let go of to earn $40,000, I had to let go of like descriptions of myself that said I was greedy or selfish or that I wasn't good enough, and fully step into that belief of like, oh man, I was meant to shine. I was meant to do so much good. I was meant to receive all of God's goodness. I was meant for abundance. Because when you are operating in that, people naturally are drawn to you, because inside of them, they know that they were meant to do that too. That's why I love marketing. Like, when people ask me what I do and I'm like, I teach people how to make money online, that's really not describing what I'm doing. It's not even really about the money. It's about people feeling worthy enough to step into the next level of themselves. And so you're sitting here watching thinking like, oh, I'm so burned out of my 9-to-5, or I've been trying to sell physical products and no one is buying for me, or I'm a mom and I'm home with my kids all day and I'm bored and I don't know, like, I feel like there's something else out there for me, but I don't know what it is. I have been in all those places and I relate to you so much. And I'm not some special person that's doing something that you can't do. I'm just a person that's a few steps ahead of you, because I was there not too long ago. So I wanted to really quickly, first, if you have any questions about what it is I do or how to earn online, can you drop them in the comments? Because one of my main purposes of coming on today was to talk to you and to answer your questions. But while you're typing, let me go through some of the most frequently asked questions that I get when people are wanting to earn online. Do I have to have experience in doing this? No, you do not. You literally do not have to have experience. You do not have to have a degree. Someone that's telling you that you have to have a degree, or that you have to have so many hours under your belt, or that you have to have worked in XYZ niche for so long before you can make money online. Like, don't listen to them. All of us that are thriving in this business, we started literally on one foundation, and that foundation was, I want more for myself. That's the only qualification you need. You just need, I want more for myself. That's it. If you are already feeling that, then welcome. Like, this is your movement. This is your time. The other question that I get, and as far as like experience, you don't need to have experience, because we're going to give it all to you. We're just going to take our experience, and you don't even have to know it all. We're just going to say, do this, do this, do this. We're just giving you the steps, because we already worked out all the fuzzy stuff that's like, how do we do this? How do we do that? Oh, we nailed it. Okay. It's kind of like people learning to fly an airplane. Like, the pilot doesn't need to know how to build the plane. He just needs to know how to fly it. So we've already built the plane. Can we just teach you what you need, what buttons you need to push, what meters you need to watch, so that you can become a pilot? Yes. We want you to become an online seller. We already did all the back end stuff. All you've got to do is just like say yes, and then do what we show you. Like, we're going to show you the exact method to plug into. This whole movement has been happening for at least a decade. People switching from selling physical products, working a 9-to-5, doing manual labor. Like, people are moving from that to digital income, but the system's already laid out. You just plug in and you go. So no, you don't need to have experience. I didn't have any experience when I started, but I had this like drive. I just saw people around me that were like making bank, and I was like, this is for me. I'm doing this. I first started out with Etsy, and I learned really quick, like, selling physical products takes a lot of time, because you're in charge of customer service, you're in charge of order fulfillment, you're in charge of shipping your product. And yes, that is fun. And a part of me still does that, because I'm actually an artist and I still do that for my art. But for the most part right now, I'm just like, okay, earn on auto, passive income, like automated systems. Let's go. I want the money to be coming in no matter what I'm doing. I want to be sitting with my kids at the dinner table or reading Christmas books at bedtime, and sales to be coming in. Okay. So you don't have to have experience, but let me just say, like, I started selling physical products first, and yes, I promoted online, but I was still like in the physical product world. I quickly shifted out of that because I realized, okay, I worked super dang hard and I made $500, and it took me a year. Then I switched to digital products, meaning a product that's delivered completely digitally, like automatically. Like, I don't have to self-deliver it. I don't have to do anything. I just set it up once, and once people click that they want to buy, then their purchase is delivered to their email. You guys are familiar with this. I know you've bought some kind of digital product, right? So I switched to that, and 10 days later, you guys, I didn't even create the product. I was selling someone else's product. 10 days from starting with, I had no experience doing digital offers. I had a brand new account with 0 followers. I slowly grew in those 10 days. I think I had like 300 followers, maybe less. And I got my first $500 sale. That's how much money I made my entire first year on Etsy, doing so much more work. Okay, so can you see the difference of like, I mean, I had to move out of that mindset of I have to do it all myself. I have to be the one that personally delivers everything. Like, this has to be all on me, versus moving into, I'm going to lean into a system that's already going. I'm going to sell someone else's product. I don't even have to create it. I can make money that way. You have to open your mind to the fact that this can be easy. And people are going to say, don't tell them it's easy. That is like a lie. Okay, if you don't like the word easy, then let me say simple. Because there have been hard things. Mostly the hardest things are my own mindset and getting out of my own way. But the actual process is extremely simple, and it's repeatable. So it's predictable. So every day I get on and do the same thing, and I love it. Like, when you get a sale and you feel like, man, I literally didn't do hardly any work today. Last week, I don't even remember the work I did. I know I must have done something. I'm sure I posted every day, like simple stuff, repeating reels even, and I earned $800. It was Thanksgiving break. All I remember from last week, I don't remember working, but I do remember binge watching Gilmore Girls with my teenage girls. I do remember having Thanksgiving dinner with my family. I do remember taking my kids to the park. I literally don't remember spending a ton of time working, and I still was able to earn $800. Now, again, I'm not saying this to brag. I'm saying this to open your mind to what's possible for you. Do I have to have money to start? No, you do not have to have money to start. You literally can learn all of the information about how to get started. And these platforms that we promote on, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, they're all free platforms, you guys. You can literally start selling something today for free. So no, you do not need money to start. Don't tell yourself that you need money to start. Do I need to have a following? No. In fact, it's better if you don't have a following. You guys, my first account where I made $26,000 on my first account, I never got more than 5,000 followers, and it was a slow grow. It was like a crawl to get that many followers. And my posts, I figured out a way to get decent views on my posts, but I never went viral by any means. But my posts had people commenting every single day. Look at the last 2 posts that I posted today. Or I posted 1 today and 2 yesterday. Their views are low, but the comments, I'm having so many people comment. If you can have 100 views and 2 people are commenting, 2 people in 100 are saying, yes, I want what you are doing. Please share the information with me. That's a good content. Versus content that's got 20,000 views and no one says a thing. 20,000 people watched, but they didn't save and they didn't comment. That's entertainment. That's not marketing. So I'm here to debunk the myth that you have to have a huge following, to debunk the idea that you have to be an influencer. You don't. Kayla, she's one of my friends that's doing the same thing that I did. When she first started, she had less than 1,000 followers. She made $50,000 online. This is not a lie. This is true. Less than 1,000 followers, but $50,000 online. You guys, how do you do something like that? You sell a $1,000 offer 50 times. She had 1,000 followers. So she had 950 followers more than she needed to make that $50,000. She just needed 50 to buy a $1,000 offer. Does that make sense? When you reframe it that way, it makes it so much easier. So stop telling yourself that you have to have a huge following. Stop telling yourself that you're not qualified. Stop telling yourself that you need money and it costs a lot to get started. You don't. This is available to you now. Okay, I have to go. I'm going to go pick up my cute little boy from preschool. He is my heart outside of my body. I just am obsessed with him. He's so darling. I'm going to go pick him up. But what I want you to do is, last night we had a free class that is going to give you the exact steps of how are we earning 4, 5, 6, 7 figures online with what I just shared with you? How are we doing it? What are the exact steps? Because I know that as you're watching, you're going to be okay, the fire is in me. I feel it, but I need to know what to do, where to start. This is exactly how you start. Go to my stories. Actually, go to my DMs. Send me a message that says replay, and I'm going to send you the free class that we had last night. It's a full hour of free instruction. And no, you are not going to have to buy anything to take action from the instruction. You can take the free instruction and get moving today. I promise you, you can. We literally lay it out that way for that reason. Now, if you watch the class and you come away with questions, or you're I've learned all this before, but I'm still struggling. That is what I am here for. I am the glue that fills in all the holes of the things that you're yeah, but what about this? Or I've tried that and it didn't work. Please let me help you. I'm 2 years into this business. I've had many accounts. I've sold many different kinds of offers. I have 100 offers in my head. I have to stop myself every day from starting a new offer, because I'm always ooh, someone should sell that. That would be so good. So please let me help you. I am here to help you with love and excitement and confidence that you can do this. But the first thing you have to do is you need to watch the free class, because that's going to give you the steps you need to know of like, okay, this is how people are doing it. This is how it really works. And we're going to give you a couple options in those steps. So you can be like, nope, that doesn't sound like me. Yep, that sounds like me. I would lean more towards doing that than doing this. Please watch the free class, get centered in what it is you want to do, and then send me a message and say, Katie, I watched the free class. These are my thoughts, and I'm here to help you. Like, that's literally my job, and I love it. That's the best part, you guys. I love connecting with you. So comment replay. Well, I don't know if it'll work if you comment on this live. So please send me a DM. Send me a DM with the word replay. You'll instantly get the information, the link to the replay from last night. Watch it, and then we'll go from there. So happy to have you here. Thank you for joining me live. It's time to get selling.